Hey all, very good morning. Today's match would have on, like we discussed. Punjab batted well. They scored only just 210, which was not enough on that pitch because 210 was ideally an average score. But if they would have scored 215 to 230, it would have been a very good difference. But in the end, even though Delhi Capitals lost few quick wickets in the middle, they managed to capitalize the target, and in the end, they finished up with 6 balls to spare. Like we discussed the short boundaries, we must have saw yesterday many drop catches, many easy boundaries on the edge and top pitches. So, like we said, in the smaller boundaries, this is the only issue where some short boundaries, top pitch sixes, and catches plays important roles. Yesterday, you have seen Ashraf Singh drop one catch, and also in the infield, many fielders misfielded due. They say due because of due, but even though they should have stopped it. Overall, Delhi has put a lid. I mean, it's like a pause for Punjab's cruising win, not a cruising win because they have already lost 2 matches in a row. Now it would be three. Now the playoffs battle will get even tougher in the upcoming matches. Coming back to today's battle would be between Gujarat Titans and Sunrisers Hyderabad, and this match would be played in the Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad, like whenever I say, the first thing comes to our mind is a batting pitch, and whenever the team wins the toss, they would like to chase first. Because considering the previous history and stats, most of the times teams prefer chasing only. But what would I suggest is in Ahmedabad, the first 6 overs, the power play would be very crucial because at that time only ball tends to swing a lot more under lights in the first 6 overs, and whichever team capitalizes the power play without losing much wickets, they would ideally win the battle by scoring continuously in the upcoming overs. So the pitch which we can expect today is it would be either a red soil batting surface with even bounce considering um, both of the teams batting order lineup because both of the teams top three is very heavy, and middle order when you come to play SRH quite have a slight edge in the middle order compared to GT because if you see in SRH middle order they have Klassen and Nitish Reddy who can play well, whereas in GT after Butler they should find a player who can play an anchor and carry on innings. So two things we can expect: either it's a red soil bouncy track with a amount of runs, or considering it is such heavy batting lineup and GT space battery, they would give a hard pitch with grass covering. We have to look how much amount of moisture they would be retaining in the pitch because moisture in the pitch in the first 6 overs with the new ball, it would be ideally a treat for the fast bowlers where they can capitalize most of it with the new ball. So pitch conditions we have to see how it goes. Ground dimensions, as you said, Ahmedabad is not that much big ground. Very short boundaries, 65, 66, 70. Only the straight door boundaries will be very big. So considering the ground factors, also teams should bowl accordingly, like choosing your bowler at which end you need which for which batsman. Because when you bowl at the proper end where the square boundaries or long boundaries are very big, and if you make the batsman to play a false shot or a cross shot according to your plan, they would end up in catching. So is also quite better. So utilizing the conditions, ground dimensions, and your playing resources would make a very good one. Also, when it comes to team GT, as I said, it's very top order reliant team because most of the matches you would have seen Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Joyce Butler. These three are only scoring. Ideally, Sai Sudarshan is the main integral part of this scoring because when we see last 3 matches, he is very consistent scoring half centuries, and is making sure that he stays long till at least 15 overs, which makes the GT to score a target of over 180 plus or 190. So for SRH, the battle would be to pick the top three early in the power play, or at least 2 wickets in the power play, or three. It would make the job easy because you know GT's batting is totally reliant on top order. Whenever they bat first or bat second, try to pick them up early because when you pick the top order early, the middle order will be tested and we can restrict them to a target around 160 or 170. Or if you score a target of 200 or 200 plus, because GT's batting template is like that, any target between 150 to 180 they can easily manage because their batting order is like that. The top three scoring in this top three, if any two batsmen stays long for at least 11 or 12 hours, this target would be easily chased by them. I mean the 180 to 170. So they should make sure that they are scoring whenever you're batting first, to make sure you score at least score of 220 or 230 and put pressure on GT so that you can bowl well and restrict them. Whenever it comes to SRH is also a very good batting and previous said Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan in rich class and this top four. If you look compared to GT, SRH top four is very very heavy and also very very attacking. So it would be a contest between the top four. Also the bowling you see, SRH bowling lineup is very very good and also very young. Praful Linge and Shakib Hussain, Patrick Cummins, and Ishan Malinga, these four pace bowlers. Patrick Cummins, being a very good captain, is using his young bowling resources very well. He is using Shakib Hussain slower bowlers very well and giving him the exact overs and exact field placements. They are sticking to the basic. Also, by Ishan Malinga, his slower balls is very very deceptive because most of them expect him to bowl fast, but he can bowl slow balls also in the same action. And also the spin attack. They have Harsh Dubey and Shivam Kumar. The two spinners are doing very very well. So it would be an even matchup when it comes to bowling. But SRH is having a slight edge when it comes to pace bowling attack compared because we can't write up GT also. GT has Kagiso Rabada and the Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna. These three are very very good and they are most experienced. If you see in the purple cap leaders board, Kagiso Rabada is one of them and also Prasidh Krishna. So bowling would be very 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 crucial for these both teams. So my team for today when it comes to GT, ideally it would be Shubman Gill with Sai Sudarshan, followed by Joyce Butler. Number 4, they you should see either hit Washington Sundar or Nishant Sindhu. Number 4, if it's Washington Sundar number 4 or Nishant Sindhu number 5. After that they have Rashid Khan. After Rashid Khan, followed by they have Mohammad Siraj, then Kagiso Rabada. After Kagiso Rabada, they would be playing Arshad Khan as one more pacer, and the impacts of we need to see whether they would go with Kumar Kushabara or Prasidh Krishna. This would be their team. SRH, it's a well-known template. Travis said followed by Abhishek Sharma, then follows Nishan Kishan, next in Rich Class, and after that Nishish Reddy. Then we should see whether it's Smaran Ravichandran or Aniket Verma. After that, we have to see after Smaran Ravichandran or Aniket Verma, they will be going up either with what you call Patrick Cummins. After Patrick Cummins, we have Praful Inge. After Praful Inge, Ishan Malinga, Sakib Hussain. Impacts up we need to see whether it's Arshad Dubey or Shivam Kumar. Depending upon the situation, they would be going with the impacts up because in GT pitch spin, they most of them tell spinners won't be playing a very very major role. But we have to see depending upon the conditions whether the teams will play either a one spinner or two spinner. And also I said today's the target year the average score itself is 205. If you say winning score, I would say like 220 to 225 would be a winning score. So irrespective of the batting first or batting second, if you win the toss, bat first, because most in the 2-3 matches I observed that whichever team winning the toss, batting first, posting a good total, and bowling according to the conditions and defending it are winning. So win the toss, bat first if you are SRH team. SRH doesn't matter. They have a very good batting. They can chase or they can score a big total. But GT is not like that. They have a particular batting template like between targets 180 to 170 only they will choose. So if you are SRH team, win the toss, bat first, put a good total like 220 to 230, and just make sure that the top 3 of GT is picked up early, then the game is within you. Today's match we can expect anyone would be expecting to say SRH would be the winning team because considering the form and thing, but you can't write off GT also because GT is number 3 and SRH is number 1. Today's win would definitely make any one of the team to make qualify for the playoffs. So we have to see whether it's GT or SRH. If you consider according to team balance, conditions, batting power, firepower, middle order, I would definitely go with SRH today. But GT may upset SRH also because we have seen yesterday Delhi upsetting Punjab and also another team RCP upsetting Mumbai and again GT upsetting Rajasthan. So these kind of upsets are part of this tournament. But considering according to the conditions and the team management, SRH has a little bit edge in this match. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let's see who wins today. And keep supporting and have a nice day, guys.